What's up, legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back on Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're here on Reckoning, and I think with the release of this map, the new elite being the Uber Klaus, a lot of you guys are struggling to actually be able to have a good strat to eliminate them. So what I wanted to do for this video specifically was dive in, make my way to 16, and then obviously fight an Uber Klaus, then show you guys the strategy that I use, how you guys can be 100% efficient in taking them out, as they are a big pain, and the longer they live, I think the more issues they cause a lot of you. So by the end of this, you will not only be able to kill them in a more efficient manner, but you should have a much better idea of the strategy, and you will be able to live longer in your matches going forward. Now, one video I still want to make that I have yet to do is I will do a 31-round tutorial, basically play-by-play of what I do on the map, when I do it, and why, for those of you that are trying to improve, because I know specifically this map tends to be a little bit more on the difficult end, and I think a lot of you guys could benefit from that. So what I'm going to go ahead and do first is try to get through some of these rounds. I need to make my way to a point where I'm getting Pack-a-Punch, getting some of the essentials, and then we can actually take on our Uber Klaus on round 16. Okay, real quick before I actually finish off the rest of these zombies, we're here on round 15. So at this point, you should have in your mind that you need to be at least Pack 1 blue, I would assume. That should be enough to make this work. And obviously, by this point, you should be upgrading anyway. Just keep yourself as powerful as you can along the way. If you go down to the starting room, there is this Easter egg that you can do that's like a shooting practice, or target practice I should say, and then if you do all the targets, you can get an ammo mod the first time. The second time it's a little bit harder, you get a epic tool if you do it on round 11 or higher, and then the third time you do a pack crystal, kind of just based on what you round you do that as well. So here we go. We do have our Uber Klaus. We're ready to go. Like I said, I didn't want to go too powerful with this. And before anybody in the comment section goes, you could just use a death machine. Well, the whole idea is to kind of set you guys up for success the best I can. And I know for sure it's going to be hard to maintain buying death machines in the earlier rounds. And more than likely, you're going to be working on weapon upgrades and things of that nature. So you aren't going to have them accessible to you. The other thing is you may be able to use lethals and tacticals to help you on this journey, but I also don't think those are required. And as you can see here, for the most part, I'm just running around dodging this guy because I'm so confident in this strat. Now, the first thing you need to have access to is going to be an Ether Shroud. Luckily, I have one available, but I can also build a second one with the extra charge. So I definitely recommend extra charge if you're just running around playing the game. Unless you're doing the Richtofen fight, I think for this map, it's probably the way to go because it'll allow you to use it more often and also build it up more often. All right, let's go ahead and limit these guys a little bit. Now, obviously, we have a nuke. We're not going to utilize it. Now, one thing you don't want to make a mistake on is popping the Shroud, at least at this current time, while it's doing that specific attack, because then it will target you the entire time you're invisible. So now we pop the Shroud. This dude's just standing still. We're going to aim at both of his things, and then we might have to get a reload in. You could obviously have Speed Cola by this point, but we only have Double Tap and Jug, and we'll go ahead and take that guy out right there. Next part is this guy, and this guy's going to die quite a bit faster, but it does definitely help to hit some crits. We're still maintaining our zombies there. That was a quickly executed, Uber Klaus. So hopefully, like I said, you guys could utilize this strategy, better understand what you guys should be doing. And I think within even one short shroud, depending on the weapon and the power that you have may obviously change it a little bit, you guys should be able to easily dominate through the Uber Shroud's shoulders, which makes it a lot easier to deal with in general. And then you'll just blast with the rest of its health. It'll transform to the less, I would say, less painful version of it, but it does still do a ton of damage, and you should be able to easily get rid of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and get myself to the next round that has an Uber Klaus. I'm not going to power myself up at all, and I'll show you guys the strategy working once again. And again, not powering myself up at all to juice up to make this thing any easier than it should be. It's kind of where I expect, if not, it should be easier for you guys once you get to that point if you're upgrading at a regular pace. Okay, we finally got another one. I need to go get some ammo before we do anything here. We're going to run out of ammo. Yeah, I wanted to make sure we got to a higher round just so I could showcase this at a round other than the very first Uber Klaus. So here we are. The main reason I do like this strategy is because it involves very little investment. You're going to obviously power up your weapon as you go, and you're going to be more powerful than I am now because I'm intentionally keeping myself at a little lower power level than I think you guys would be for the most part. So, why can't I buy plates? There we go. That was really weird. I couldn't buy any plates. So we need to get away from this guy here, and we're at pack 1 purple to make things, somewhat reasonable. Now we're looking for that one attack, the mine attack we talked about. Oh, never mind. Don't have to worry. He's gonna. Wait, what is it glitching? Can you stop moving, sir? Normally you stop moving, and I don't know why you're not doing it now. Okay. Well, that got through that. And we're going to go ahead and get past them. Still have our other one that we can utilize. Just need to get to a spot where Makes sense. It'd also help if this guy wasn't chasing me. The other fun part, I guess this is showcasing too, is I'm staying away from him right now and not damaging him at all. I guess I could hit the nuke, but I don't want to. And we've almost rebuilt up the shroud. We're over halfway back to the next ether shroud, which may be needed because we are a little bit underpowered. But main thing is I'm keeping my distance. I'm kind of waiting for him to do his other attack, but he's jumping, so I guess I can do it now. Please stop moving. Please stop moving. Stop moving. There we go. All right, we got through that. Oh, I ran out of ammo. Oh, that's horrible. All right, well, I guess I got to show you what happens if you make a mistake like this. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get out of my way. And grab ammunition. And then our shroud is back already. There we go. Now we got to wait for this guy. He might do a mine. If he does the mine attack, we're going to wait. 1, 2, 3. Yep. And then we're going to pop this. And then we're going to stand right here. Hopefully he stops moving. Okay, reload again. And we got him. Obviously, this could have been 2 shrouds, but I messed up with 1 because we ran out of ammo. And then this guy's just going to show up. We're going to just try to destroy him. And there we go. And you're obviously going to be significantly more powerful than I am now when you actually do this, but I wanted to show a couple of examples of me actually utilizing the shrouds efficiently and showing that you can actually get through the Uber Klauses. Once you make it far enough in rounds, you no longer have to rely on this strat because you're going to be all the way pack-a-punched, all the way upgraded, and all of the salvage that you choose to have beyond that point can obviously be used for death machines or anything else to take them out. But the death machine will absolutely obliterate them past this point and any point that you need to, but you obviously need to have the currency in order for that to work. That's going to wrap things up for us here. Hopefully this will help you guys get rid of the Uber Klauses significantly easier. And do remember, I was a little bit underpowered on the second one, so you guys will be in a much better situation than I even was in that one. So thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all support the channel, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!